Hi everyone. As I promised, here's the English version of my first video for my YouTube channel talking about how to move to the US. And this is just like an introduction about myself and how was my path to come here. So who am I? My name is Amanda Reis Brana. I'm from Brazil. I'm 31 years old and I moved to the US almost 3 years ago to get my master's in architecture. So I came from a small city in Brazil called Volta Redonda, and where I did my undergrad in architecture, and it was a great city to be and to be able to grow. And I worked in a bunch of places with architecture related, and in my last 2 years there I was working by myself doing my own projects, and it was great because I was able to explore and actually be able to create my own architecture, let's put it this way. So it was great. Let me see why I chose architecture. Because I grew up drawing all the time. I was not the type of kid that went out to play. No, I never did that. So I always grew up drawing. So I was obsessed with that, and I had a passion for architecture and also for clothes designing. And I ended up choosing architecture because I think clothes designing would be a harder path to follow. But who knows, someday, right? So what is the purpose of this channel? It's to talk, right now is to talk about my experience and what was the path that I did to come here, and what was my expectations, and how was the process, how I apply it, how much I paid, all that stuff. And I want to help at least one person to be able to come. If that happens, it's gonna be amazing. So I think it's really nice to have to be able to see the path that somebody did instead of just learning by yourself like I did. It was rough. So why I moved here? So first of all, I had a boyfriend back in Brazil, and he did architecture too, and we both planned to move here together. And as you can see, we broke up and I came by myself. So the sparkle kind of was born with him. And anyways, I came here, and it was always kind of my dream to continue studying, getting my undergrad, my master's, sorry, because in Brazil you only need to get your undergrad, and you only do your master's if you want to be a professor. And most of us don't follow that path, so it's just an undergrad. And anyways, so this was my dream of moving here, was one of the reasons. And Brazil was in a huge economic crisis, and I actually had really good clients and projects, but I felt that was coming to stay, and I wouldn't be able to wait for that to pass. So I applied, and it was seriously the best, one of the best choices of my life. I don't regret at all. And I also had the sense of not belonging. Brazil is a great country to have fun, and Brazilian people are the best in the world. Food, it's great, but Brazilians are really they accept politics, they accept a lot of things, they don't try to change things, even their own personal lives, So I feel I didn't fit there. And also I was raised in a really different family. My parents kind of raised me listening to music from the entire world, especially the US. So it was it felt right, So here I am. Okay, so a quick reality versus expectations thing. So before I moved here, while I was dreaming at home, and the process took me a year and a half, so I had a long time to dream how it would be. I was like, oh, so I'm gonna live the American dream, and I'm gonna be able to do a lot of things and have a nice car and all that stuff. And it wasn't the reality. When I moved here, I moved to a really nice condo actually. But I was sharing the house with 4 more people. And I moved to the US, I was 28, and they were like 20, 21. So they were starting their adult life, and I was already been that path. So it was an interesting experience. But definitely, yep, didn't have my own house. So that was, and being an only child for me was like mind blowing, having to share with so many people. But it was something. It was interesting. And again, I was like, okay, Black Friday, yay, I'm gonna spend money. No, I wasn't able. I was making, like, I'm not ashamed to say that, but my first year here I was making $900 a month, having 2 jobs. It's like, okay, my rent was $585. So, and I had a car, an old Pontiac, that just the insurance was $100. So you can see I had like $200 to eat a month. So it was really, it was something else. So it took me 2 years to get this place that I am now, that eventually I'm gonna show in the videos. And yeah, so things were not the way I planned, although I thought I was planning everything and everything was gonna go like exactly the way I thought. It was not. But it was great, you know, like I was able to learn a lot of things and like how to deal with people besides my own family, you know. And well, I'm not gonna do like any type of like nice stuff here, or you know, like any type of, I'm not gonna spend too much time like actually doing effects in on those videos. No, because I think the intention is actually to talk about my experience and you know, help you guys. So I think for my last minute, I think if you have a dream to move here, do it. And to move as a student is gonna take you 1 year to 1.5 years, because the process is long. You have to be accepted, you have to get visas and all that stuff, so it's gonna take a while. But always follow your dreams, focus on your dreams, because again, it's not gonna be easy. Like, just getting here is just the beginning above everything. And learn how to live, you know. It's the time you're gonna grow up. You're not gonna have a family, you're not gonna have your mom and dad nearby. So yeah, you have to do things on your own. And don't wait for help of people that you don't know. Learn to do things by yourself. And again, the last one, well, if you're listening to this video, watching this video in English, hopefully you speak English. But if you don't speak a great English, like, focus on it. Try to learn as much as you can, because you're gonna need it. Communication is something like extremely essential here. And Americans, I don't like saying that, but Americans don't have much patience to like understand accents. I feel that too. So learn English. Anyways, thank you for watching. The next video I'm gonna tell you about how I moved to the US. The location that I am, which is in New Mexico, Albuquerque, the city of Breaking Bad. So I'm gonna talk about it and why I chose here. Okay, thank you, bye.